The B minor chord. It's one that causes undue fear because we don't have to do this. Full bar, we could do this. We could do this. We could just do this. And instead of this full bar, we could just do this. Or this. And we could also do this. Hey everybody, Gary here with Guitar Tricks, and in this lesson I'm going to share with you a few different ways to play a B minor chord. B minor is one of those chords. It's the third chord in the key of G major, which is the easiest guitar key because it's all open chords except for that B minor. So we're going to talk about the easiest ways to play it and then some other variations that you'll have both in this position over here and up on the fretboard. And I'm going to guide you through it step by step. If you like these lessons from Guitar Tricks, please help us out by clicking that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content, and be sure to also tap the notification bell. And also let us know if there's any other chords in particular that you'd like some tips on. So we're going to gradually build to this chord, and we're going to gradually build to this chord. But first we're going to talk about steps along the way. So here's the full B minor bar chord in the second position, which is where it's most commonly played. But we really only need the triad, or just the root, the third, and the fifth of the chord to play it. And that just looks like this. So if you're playing, let's say, a chord progression that goes G, A minor, B minor, you could just do that. That's it. So that's frets 2 on the first string, counting toes to nose, fret 3 on the second string, and fret 4 on the third string. And it's just that straight diagonal line with fingers 3, 2, 1, ring, middle, index. Next step is to move that ring finger down one string. When I mean down in pitch. That means closer to your nose. On the 4th fret of the D string, and now put the pinky on the 3rd fret of the G. So now it's a little bigger sound. What we've done is we've doubled up the 5th of the chord, the note F sharp. Okay, now another variation is the middle 4 strings. Put the index on the root, 2nd fret of the A string. Same thing as the previous one with the ring finger and the pinky. And now put that 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and still no bar. But what we want to do is just mute out the low E string with the tip of this first finger and the high E string with the flesh of that first finger. Okay, and then the last step is to see if we could pull the elbow in a little bit and just bar that first finger. Right? If we kind of come on an angle, we have a little bit of wiggle room on the bar. If we try to come straight on, there's zero wiggle room. So I like to angle my finger and get the kind of the side when I do a bar chord. Okay, so pulling that elbow in, that also helps to get these fingers straight in, which we want them to be. We can't have them flat, so bringing that elbow in will help. And there's our full B minor bar. Okay, so then the next one is up here. This is the second most common shape, and this was the A minor shape bar chord, because it looks like an A minor but moved up 2 frets, and then we replaced the nut with the index finger. And here's the E minor shape of a B minor chord, because it's like an E minor, but we slide it up to frets 7 and 9. So we have 7 on the low E string, then 9 on the A, then 9 on the D, and then we bar 7 on the top 3 strings. So to build this one out, we want to start with just this triad up here. So just barring 7th fret of the first 3 strings, counting toes to nose. Then the next step from there, add the ring finger, and there's the root. Then just like we move the ring up to do the next step over there, move the ring finger up 1 string, put the pinky down where the ring finger was. There's the next step, and then the final step. The last step is the full bar across the 7th fret. You also always have the option of playing a power chord. which is just the root, the fifth, and the root again. Just those lowest three strings. And here, strings, and here strings 3, 4, 5, counting toes to nose. So again, if I was doing G, A minor, B minor, I could do a bar chord. Just like that. So that's one other option. All right, and then the last one is one that I love that's often overlooked, and that is the D minor shape. So if we played a D minor, like here, and we slide it up here, that's a B minor. So this shape is starting with the root on the D string, on the 9th fret, with our index finger, ring finger on the 11th fret of the G string, pinky on the 12th fret of the B string, middle finger on the 10th fret of the E string. Yeah, and what's great about that one, no bar required. So if you're getting into lead guitar, a lot of times the lead guitarist will play chords up on the neck instead of down on the neck, and these kinds of shapes are really helpful for that. The D shape. The D shape and D minor shape. So for instance, here's an example of G, A minor, B minor, which is our working chord progression for this lesson. G, A minor, B minor. I'm gonna play it a different way. I'm gonna go like this. So I played the D major shape of G, just like a D, but up to G. Here's the root note. And then I played A minor. Here's the root note, A. And then I played B minor. Right? And that could be a cool way to just add variety in a song. You know, you could just be strumming. And then you decide to change it up. All right, everybody, I hope that lesson was helpful. If you're just starting out, I hope I gave you some ideas for simplifying the B minor chord. And if you already have one of those B minors on lock, hopefully I gave you some ideas for adding another B minor into your repertoire. If you want to take a more step-by-step approach to learning guitar, head over to guitartricks.com. Happy playing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.